Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me tune in. I guess I'm getting closer and closer to a place where I can spend time with my lady friends and stuff like that, you know. And I advise you, ladies and gentlemen, use your lotion in the morning and hide it from yourself. You know, because, ladies and gentlemen, the only time you need to lose lotion is when you're going outside into the elements. Keep your lotion bottle away from yourself. Because all you can do is you're going to be using more lotion than the lotion you need. And you can save that money, you know what I'm saying? Save that money. And please tell the women to put those batteries away. Hide your batteries, you know what I'm saying? Because your children could use them around Christmas time. You know, don't use all those batteries like that, you know what I'm saying? And then if you can buy devices that can charge, you know what I'm saying, that you can charge without batteries, you know what I'm saying? And please, and thank you. And while you're out there doing make-believe and stuff, don't be telling people something wrong with them if you're closing your eyes and making believe all the time. Now they said, ladies and gentlemen, they said that I'm not guilty of anything. As many women that they seen that I communicate with that close their eyes and imagine and make all kind of sounds and stuff, talking to themselves and stuff. Like, how could you say he's crazy? And they got all those videos of you talking to your imaginary friend with your eyes closed, like somebody in there with you, and using all those batteries up like that, when your children could use those batteries for their toys during the holidays. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? That make a lot of sense, ladies and gentlemen? Makes a lot of sense to me, ladies. I think I could use that in the court of law, ladies and gentlemen. That I've been discriminated on. Because all those women that I talk to, most of them do use their imagination. You know, I talk to them all the time. You know. They can see me on the video, but they do close their eyes and use their imagination. Some of them make some of them make the wildest noises too. And some of them make a noise where all the other women turn around. You know what I'm saying? And they about to tackle the woman, like they want to know what the heck's going on back there. You know what I'm saying? They want to know the secret to it. You know what I'm saying? Why is she making all that noise like that? You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to talk about it. How, you know, where are you? You know what I'm saying? You know, tell us about this dream you're having. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your daydream. What's going on? They want to talk about it. Sometimes you say, don't break it up. Don't break it up. Leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? She's still daydreaming. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, if you've told somebody that they're nuts because they talk to themselves and they close their eyes and you think about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Tell you, because you do it all the time, and nobody says you're crazy or nuts. I'm trying to tell you. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, and I do love Valentine's Day, ladies. I said that I want them to make Valentine's Day 28 days, the entire 28 days, every day Valentine's Day, not just one day. You know? Not just one day for Valentine's Day. Because guess what, lady? They cheated you when they told you that love is just one day, and then the next day you're doing something else. You know what I'm saying? That's just not fair, lady. You know, a card. It'd be different if it was a debit card or something. They actually giving you a piece of paper folded in half. You see how cheap they play you? Ain't that cheap, lady? I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, they robbed the bank with that, ladies and gentlemen. When they said the only thing you gotta do is get them a bag of air that says I love you and a piece of paper folded in half. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you they cheated you, that thing was like Grand Theft Auto Extreme, ladies and gentlemen. They stole all that money out the bank. And they virtually took one piece of paper. That piece of paper don't cost 1 cent, ladies and gentlemen. Folded in half and signed their name on it and said they love you. Gave you a bag of air, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, you know, people feel like it's mandatory to to tell you just on that day that they care about you, but they don't spend no time with you though. You know? They should teach them in school, you know what I mean? They should teach them in school that it's more to it than that, you know what I'm saying? Than just a piece of paper folded up and a bag of air, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell them that the definition don't give it no, it just is no reality to it. You know what I mean? There's no reality that somebody that cares about you, the only thing to it is 4 letters. There's only 4 letters to it, and it only means a piece of paper folded in half and a bag of air with a string on it. You know what I'm saying? Tell you later. If somebody don't go ahead and tell people that it's more to it than that, then there's not going to be a lot of relationships in places. It's going to be a lot of people by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They'll do the experience of a relationship, but then they'll separate. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really it told them how important being in love and knowing how to be in love and how to treat somebody that you love. Yeah, and guess what? You should start treating everybody with some dignity, for real. And I know this sounds like a motivational speech, but if you start treating everybody fairly, then you'll know the difference. You know what I'm saying? You'll know by the response. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going out here. I'm going to treat everybody fair. I'm going to treat everybody equal. You know when somebody come in there giving you a tough time. Okay, I'm up here, and you know I'm a banker. You know I'm a banker. You know I talk to people about mortgages, loans, and you know checkings and savings accounts, money market accounts, 401k, retirement plans, IRAs, and stuff like that. You know. Rollover funds, stuff like that. That's all I talk about all day. I'm nice to everybody. Everybody I'm nice to. Because everyone's a potential customer. Every client that I talk to has the potential to make me $1,000 that day. I could be a couple $1,000s richer if they sign the right documents and get the right account started. I could make a couple $1,000s. Sometimes $10,000 if they get the right loan. You know, or take a mortgage out for the right house. If I actually train myself and the company that discrimination can't be tolerated. There's no way. And we're going to record you to make sure when we go back, why didn't you get that loan? Why didn't they sign up? They qualified, you know, all the documents needed, all the identification they needed, you know, credit, all that. Why didn't they sign that line? Go back and play it. And I noticed that you didn't discriminate on anybody, but you noticed the customers. Some of the customers have attitudes. Some of them snap at you. Some of them are nice. You know what I'm saying? Some of them call you out of your name. Some of them walk out of there with things and they didn't pay for them. You know what I'm saying? And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, when you show everybody decency, and decency really is love, ladies and gentlemen. If you being fair to people, nice and greeting them, that is love, ladies and gentlemen. You showing them love too. You showing them a degree of love, you know what I'm saying? Because you being fair without this, no matter how they're approaching you, you giving them time to exit that place, even if they mad with you. You giving them time to leave. You didn't call the police on them. You didn't attack them, you know what I'm saying? You gave them time to get out of there or gave yourself time to get out. You found a window to get out or you gave them a window to exit without there being a problem. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? But just through that, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of people that's into stuff like that, dealing with customers. You know there's all kinds of people. Good, bad, evil, you know, it's all kinds of people. And it's different levels to evil. It's different levels to attitude, different levels of aggression. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some people, their only intent is to get you to strike at them or say something they don't like. That's the only reason they're there, ladies. They're not there for the service, you know what I'm saying? They're there for something else, you know what I'm saying? Chaos, ladies. You know what I'm saying? But you know the only thing that you can do is be decent. Show them some type of love, ladies and gentlemen. Not like romantic love, but just show them enough decency that you can realize that love can actually it can actually move evil out of your way. You know what I'm saying? Because, ladies and gentlemen, you know, they might not really know Jesus, but they know about it. You know what I'm saying? They know something about those principles. You know what I'm saying? They know something about those principles of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's not doing anything to you, and everybody in their environment is reinforcing it, okay, this guy is not striking at you. You know what I'm saying? And then he's not taking any money from you. You know what I'm saying? He's not even asking you, you know, to pay the due that you owe. He's not even asking you to pay the service that you asking for. Just told you you can go. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I tell you later. But and the reason I'm saying that is to say this. When you're in relationships with people, ladies and gentlemen, and you being as nice as you can be, ladies and gentlemen, but they being difficult all the time, you know what I'm saying? They always arguing with you. I mean, you doing everything you're supposed to do in a relationship. You know, they not picking up the phone. You know what I'm saying? They always mad at you. In a relationship, you only got to do a few things, like, you know, to get to the next stage. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is cooperate with each other, be nice, and be decent people. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get to where you're supposed to be going naturally. It's going to naturally happen. You know what I'm saying? But if your intent is not like the individual that cares about you, if you really don't care nothing about the other person, then ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? You know, even if they find out if they really love you, they ain't going nowhere. That's the dangerous thing about it, you know what I mean? That if they really love you, they gonna keep giving you time and giving you chances, you know what I'm saying? And you really don't even like them, like, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you, like, that's why sometimes it's good to pray for those people. You know what I mean? Because if they really love you, they up here going to this church telling them that you're supposed to forgive your brother and your sister every time they mess up. Man, sometimes you got to look at that stuff logically, like, how the hell you going to keep forgiving somebody and they trying to take you out? You know what I mean? How you going to keep forgiving somebody and they keep stealing the money out your wallet? You know what I mean? How you going to forgive somebody every time you go to the bank, they making a bogus account and you got to go and say, this is not my account. I didn't make this transaction. You know what I mean? How can you keep forgiving them? You know? Well, that's what I say, ladies and gentlemen. You know, maybe you can just use it as a medium, you know what I'm saying? Instead of using it like all the time, you can use it as, maybe you can just use it as a medium to see if you need to use it all the time. You know what I mean? And I tell you, I don't know, does that mean Alabama might be losing the game? I know they ain't losing, man, but the way that Tiger fan came out of there with that Mustang, it made it seem like Bama was losing or something. Or maybe I said something that he didn't like or that's what I was talking about. Or whatever the case may be. Like. But I know, you know, generally, guys and gals, I tell you this, when you start getting into this romantic mode, yeah, most guys probably ain't gonna like it. And I'm not here to impress guys, you know. And I tell them that all the time, you know. I'm here for the women, man. Okay, guess what? Dude's gonna hate you regardless, you know what I'm saying? But every now and then a woman is gonna like you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how it goes. A dude ain't really supposed to like you past a certain extent no way, you know what I'm saying? You know, eventually you're supposed to start fighting anyway. I mean, that's just survival of the fittest. It's just the way it goes. Two bulls in the pasture, they're gonna start fighting eventually. But at least if you're talking and catering to women, sooner or later one of them might like you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all I can tell you, just take it as just like maybe some wisdom or something, you know what I'm saying, if you still listen. But like I said, I don't have to play music for you, just like I said. You know, I know your dad and mom probably raised you that, you know, these folks used to be our slaves, you know. I know if my mom and dad told me that, I probably would have a certain attitude, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, I have an attitude. If I see these people are beneath me, you know.